Hi guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. And what do we have today in here? 2 videos in a row in one day. There must be something wrong with me. But anyway guys, I just came across this, like probably some of you have already heard. Binance is delisting another 5 projects: CloakCoin, Modum, Substratum and Wings. That's a shame. Simply because I hate when Binance does this, or any exchange. Now I understand if you're going to be delisting a scam coin, a coin that is dead, okay, but not when the coins are live and kicking. Maybe not as much as that we would like them to, but let's be honest, it's a bear market. No one is really kicking that much unless you're pumping something. So I haven't followed this project, I'm going to be completely honest with you, for the past few months, like many others probably haven't either, but I know they're doing okay, or at least they were before this news, simply because as soon as this news came alive and spread it like wildfire, we've seen the prices of those coins dropping down to about 30%, and in some cases more in the last 24 hours alone. That's huge. Binance pretty much killed these coins, in my personal opinion, at least for now. We're gonna look at quickly some of them on the CoinMarketCap, but I hate it. I hate it with a passion, simply because CZ, it's been telling everyone for the past 1 year, just keep building, don't worry about the price, just keep building. And maybe that's exactly what these projects are doing. They just keep building, but they don't have the funds as, let's say, Binance, so they can't progress as fast as Binance or some other top-notch projects. But maybe they're doing a good work behind the scene that we haven't seen yet from them, simply because it takes time. It's a bear market. CZ, wake up, what are you doing? Now investors, they're gonna hate this, simply because Binance is the top exchange, at least when it comes to altcoins, and by one of the top exchanges delisting these coins, it's a huge hit. What I also hate when they delist coins is, one, they charge this project quite significant amount of money in the first place to list them, they approve them, and then they delist them. Now in a bear market, not everyone is checking their portfolio. Many people are just living their life, holding on, waiting for the next bull run. That's exactly what they're doing. They're not following news, they're not following Twitter, they don't care about this. They've invested, they believe in these projects, they may check here and there what's going on, but more or less they don't pay too much attention. Bull market could come after 6 months, after a year, whatever, we don't know. And by then, it could be too late, simply because if Binance do what they've previously done, after withdrawals and everything is ended, they may pay you for having these coins on their exchange, but they're gonna pay you with the price that it is on the day that they're gonna pay you. So today, for instance, let's open CoinMarketCap and look at one of those projects. So CoinMarketCap, the computer suddenly decided to work slow, but that's okay. I guess just like the bear market, doesn't want to wake up the market and look at it because it's not doing well. So let's, for instance, look at Wings. Was it Wings one of the projects? I believe it was. So Wings. So as you can see, it's down 28.49% in the last 24 hours to 0.06 cents. Now if we go to markets, and we can see Binance, Bittrex a bit. So Bittrex, good exchange as well, I'd say. With the rest, not quite sure, but you can clearly see in the last 24 hours alone, 60% of the volume is on Binance. And by this disappearing, it is a huge hit on the coin, huge hit on the investors. And by the time someone realized what's happening, could be way down the road, and the price from 0.06 cents, which is already down 28%, which is already down from all-time high, probably 70, 80, 90%, you may be holding a coin that you spent, let's say, I don't know, let's look at it. Let's look at it in the all-time high. Let's go to charts. So let's say you bought it at about $1. Let's say $1, not $2. Let's say you bought it at $1. Now it's down to 6 cents. I mean, it's a killer already. And imagine if this coin goes down to 0.02 cents. I mean, it's gone. And what happened is I mean, you have the coin. Well, if you hold it on your wallet, but if you hold it on the exchange, if Binance gives you BNB or BTC at 0.02 cents per coin, if you do realize that this has happened when the bull run has picked up, and all of a sudden, Wings is up to about 15, 20, 30 cents, and Binance paid you 2 cents for it, imagine the shock you may receive. And this has happened. This has happened before with some other projects. People haven't been able to sell, but they didn't realize that Binance are doing this. And when they logged in into their accounts, they've realized that all of a sudden they are not holding coins that Binance has delisted, but they've been paid a very small portion in terms of percentage of what they've paid for those coins in BTC. And this is why I don't like Binance doing this. I know they are announcing it, they're giving time for people to react, but on a bear market, people don't really pay attention to it. They're just holding and are waiting. As well as, I mean, how can you approve a coin, get quite a lot of money from the project to list it on your exchange, and then all of a sudden you don't like the progress they're not doing on a bear market, where people should just don't concentrate on price but concentrate on building, and you delist them, killing them pretty much. How can you do that? I have no idea. But let's see what it says right here. So the blockcrypto.com. I think it's a short message in regards to, I mean, there's not much to say about it. They've decided they're going to do it, and that's it. If you're watching this video, if you're holding these coins, not quite sure what to advise you, if you believe in the project, then obviously you can take your money out, put in a wallet. If you think that the price is going to go further, which I believe it could, maybe you should sell and then buy back when it drops. I have no idea. Just be careful. It's not financial advice, but there you have it. Binance delist 5 project including sold lending. Binance, the largest crypto exchange by traded volume, announced Friday that it has decided to delist and cease trading of 5 tokens: CloakCoin, Modum, Salt, Substratum and Wings. Now, personally myself, I like some of those projects, although I haven't been following them for a few months, just like many others. I think some of those projects are definitely good. In the past, I've talked about Salt. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out the way the way I thought it's going to pan out, and they look to be in trouble at the moment. But some of the other projects are definitely, in my opinion, good projects. It's just a bear market. So Binance says that it periodically reviews projects to ensure that they continue to meet the high level of standards. According to Binance, the delisted projects no longer fulfill the necessary standard after conducting the recent reviews. The tokens will be delisted in a week on February 22nd at 10 AM UTC. Withdrawals of the coins will be supported for another 3 months after the coins are delisted. In November, it was uncovered that the SEC was investigating sold lending and issued a subpoena in February. The SEC was looking into whether sold ICOs was an unregistered securities offering, and also into how the firm spent the raised funds. According to CoinMarketCap, approximately 80% of sold liquidity came from Binance in the last 24 hours. I mean, of course it's going to come out from there, because if we open sold, again, we're going to pretty much have the same thing as Wings. One of the biggest exchanges, obviously the most trading is happening on Binance, and now this is gone. Sold, it hasn't crashed as much as Wings. Maybe people are not panicking as much as Wings, but again, we can see a huge 12% down. And if we look at the market, again, we have Binance. And imagine if Bittrex, also all of a sudden decided to delist these coins, simply following Binance, because this has happened before. You all of a sudden may find yourself holding a worthless coin, which, by the way, again, as I mentioned, the projects, in my opinion, are good. Some of them, if not all, especially, well, except maybe Salt at this particular time. And it's a shame. It's definitely a shame. I don't see any of the projects being a scam, not at least for now being a proven one. And therefore, why would you delist them if you approved them in the first place? If you took the people's money in the first place to list them, why all of a sudden you're going to delist them on a bear market when everything is moving slow? And your founder, your CEO of Binance, has been keep telling everyone, just keep building, don't worry about the price, just keep building. people are building slow. When there is no funds, people are building slow. No, not everyone is making huge amount of money in this bear market. Not everyone is willing to invest in certain projects in this bear market, and therefore you're not going to have everyone moving at the same pace. But that doesn't mean they're not doing great things behind the scene. That's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, are you holding some of those coins, tokens? Are you shocked? Are you disappointed that Binance are doing this? Do you think some of the other exchanges will follow soon? And what are you planning to do with your coins? So maybe some of the people can learn as well. Are you planning to hold them on a wallet? Are you planning to sell them and possibly buy back later, as the price will probably crash further once the complete trading, buying and selling is ceased on Binance? And I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.